was what who on the next day and sorcery?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Trees run.
Oh yeah. They have been buffed, but they're buffed on the wiki page.
Yeah, that's true. Increases sort of Vanguard HP by 50%. That's really nice with a lot of HP. That's a bonus. A really good thing for PvE and PvP. Especially PvE, because your beast doesn't counter, so you don't get a HP boost from the beast in PvE. So that helps a lot. But it's too bad. It should have been for the entire team, though. So that's a negative. This is not for your supporters. And it's your supporter that's the main thing on the team. But increase ally speed by 35%. That's really good. That's power speed. Decrease enemy support attack power passively by 35%. Oh wait, there we have it. Okay, never mind. That's a passive. This ninja, they reduce enemy attack support power by 35%. I might have to get them though. I might have to get this ninja bane. Just because it's the first supporter that's actually good. Well, Indra Sasuke was good when he came out, but not anymore. But it's the only other supporter with a reduced attack passive for support.
When 11 the battlefield, increase ally speed by 30%. HP, decrease their attack.
Oh wait, never mind. It's only for the support enemy. Okay. I thought it was the entire team.
Yeah, because
that changes it. That's not that good. It needs to be the entire team, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a negative, especially in PvE. All the guys in PvE do a lot of damage, so it's just the supporters. And the boss characters are usually the sorter. Most of the time. Sometimes supporter, but most of the time it's the sorter, so not sure about this. It's good, but it's not that great, because I wish it was the entire team.
When his ninja dies, randomly applies death to one enemy, 50% chance to another. One attack, 8% chance to faint attack for one round, immune to fury and chaos.
Wait, what's faint attack?
It's gonna be something like a stun.
Okay, a new CC for one round, or?
Yeah, just like Asha Naruto, but they just call it faint.
Okay, well it's good.
Cause no one currently is immune to that.
Yep, and it's immune to fury reduction and chaos. Fury reduction right now it's only Shin, right? Who's new who do it? Or am I forgetting anything?
It's just him. Well, that people run. Well, yeah, just him.
Who's new, so. I feel like in future maybe they do make more fury reduced ninjas, but maybe they don't as well. Who knows? But right now the fury reduction thing, you don't really need that as long as it's just Shin.
Or other data on sorceries.
Yeah, true.
And then chaos mainly from vanguards and Asha Naruto, and that's it.
Chaos is really good because Obito Mother has 80% chaos, so that's really good to have somebody immune to that. Because imagine if you chaos your entire team and you don't have anybody immune to it, then you lose. That's game over.
Well, as long as your vanguard can take all their hits.
No, but Obito Mother, if he sees your entire team in chaos, obviously you're going to attack again with your support, and then there's more CC, and you're just never going to escape. You're just going to keep getting CC'd.
Oh yeah, his is like 70%.
Mother Obito?
Yeah.
No, they got 80% chaos.
Oh, that's That's not even fair.
I know, right?
Might as well say 100%.
I love this ninja though. Who beat the mother, by the way, but we're gonna talk about him later. Okay, so for the talent for PvE, the tank gives us good rating for the HP and the decrease in sport attack. It's kind of useful. The deck is useless in PvE because it's not going to work. When attacks, 80% chance to fake. That's debatable if it's going to work on PvE. We don't know. Immunity fury reduction, I think, is decent in PvE. Immunity chaos is useless in PvE. So I think like it's not that great for PvE, really.
Yeah.
I mean, HP is good, but
it's like half and half.
Yeah, I'm going to give it this is actually kind of a low rating because it's not that great in PvE. Now, I feel like it's just the attack reduced for supporter, but it's just supporter. It's just increased HP by 50%, awesome, but it's just a soldier and vanguard, not the support, so that's a negative with not being supports. Obviously, increasing your speed allies a little bit, that helps a little bit. And his high stats and stuff, but his immunity is not that great for PvE either. I'm going to give him a 5.5 in PvE for talent.
I was thinking, like, part of me was like a dead 5, but then I was like, 50% for your Vanguard, that's a lot of HP on your Vanguard.
True.
I want to push it to, close to your 5.5, but I'll raise you, maybe I'll lower. It's like a 5.3.
Okay, so basically around the same average.
Yeah.
PvP, on the other hand, it's just beastly.
Yeah, it is.
With the increase our speed of 35%, and then lower your in PvP, obviously, a supporter is going to be the strongest enemy usually. Some people have the strongest assault, but most people have support as strongest. So they're going to nerf their attack, lower their speed. And then the death tick, right? Randomly apply death to enemy. Which means basically, which I assume with the way this is worded, the random apply death to one enemy, it's going to happen no matter what, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Because after it's a 50% chance to hold the enemy. So imagine if you apply 100% death on your main support and then the 50% succeeds on the second support. It's GD then.
Especially if you partner them with other death ninjas, just in case.
Well, that's another thing. AkatsukiYT have 100% as well. So if you partner with them, there's two ninjas are going to die no matter what.
And if you want Sandstorm Gara, I think his is like 50-50.
Yeah.
Hit up to is it 50% to hit up to 1 to 3?
I think it's that's correct. I think it's like that. Yeah, 50 for 1 to 3.
Yeah, cause I think it's 60 because I know they boosted up a little bit, like 55 or 60.
Yeah. So correct. So if you have Gara, if you're in a 1-2-1 with Gara, AkatsukiYT, and Vader, you could deck their entire team, but I don't recommend running this team except if you really only care about PvP. Because that team is not going to work in PvE. That's going to be the shittiest PvE ever. That's going to be a shitty PvE team. None of them have DOT. None of them have that great talent for PvE. It's going to be a terrible PvE team. So clear all PvE before you do that.
But yeah, if you want to troll and be like, I'm going up against this deafening people team, it's like bam, 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 die. That's an interesting strategy, especially if you can't beat nobody. You'd be like, I'm going to beat you this way.
True. But clear all PvE first, though.
Yeah, do not do that.
And there's also one huge risk. Imagine if they come out with Ninja a little bit later now. after because of their disaster. Maybe they come out with ninja immune to death.
They need to do that.
And then you have the entire team based on that. Then your entire team suddenly falls apart then.
Because that one ninja can't die.
Only your vanguard has the well, if you used to beat the mother, and nobody has DOT. So you rely on the death, but the ninja is immune. You're screwed.
I think a perfect ninja that needs to have that talent is a reanimated ninja, like reanimated Tobirama, reanimated Hashirama. It will make sense because they technically can't die.
That makes so much sense. Of course, they can't die because they're already dead. They're just under a jutsu. They have to be sealed to be defeated.
And then, what you about to say?
I'm going to say the only way to defeat a reanimated person is you're going to have to seal them, or you're going to have to be you're going to have to be either a Otsutsuki, like one of the strongest Otsutsuki who has the balls, the black balls things.
Oh yeah.
It's used on Minato, or you have to be Jubis Jinshuriki like Obito was. So are you going to be like one of the Otsutsuki or the Jinshuriki, which is less than 10 people, or you got to be, sealing them. So yeah, they can't die because they're dead already.
And then
that makes a lot of sense. Good point.
And one last thing I wanted to add on to that and have it where there is a 50% chance that the ninja the 50% chance that the ninja would reborn after one round.
Oh yeah, cool. Because that makes sense. Because I believe the way the reanimation jutsu used, based on what Orochimaru explained and Kabuto explained, I believe even if you destroy or seal away the body, or even if the body gets destroyed or sealed, I think you can cancel the jutsu for a moment, and then you can redo it on the same dead person, and they come back. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So even if he was sealed, if you just undo it, he's going to disappear from the seal because he's dead, right? So he's just going to go back to being dead in the grave or whatever, and then, or afterlife, if you believe in that, and then he's going to summon him back. So that would actually work. So that's very interesting. Yeah, they could come back like here. So they need to make a ninja like that, man.
Well, back to the ninja at hand.
I thought probably there a little bit, but yeah.
We were saying PvP. You were saying.
Yeah, PvP now, yeah. PvP, I would give it a... Well, you can go first. You give it first.
You got speed and bulkiness on their side. Deaths, hit me, you basically not going to get a task. PvP, I'm going to go with 8.5. It's really good. I will definitely say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it 8.6.
I see you one-up me.
I'm just not going to give it exactly the same as you, because, I don't want to copy you. But I feel like it's definitely a high 8, yeah, or a middle 8.
Now the skill.
Yeah, the skill, PvE skill, gives him a Fury about 50. Fury doesn't work on most PvE though. Decrease Fury, the PvE, Fury doesn't work a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well,
because in the old days I used Pain, and I think you did too.
Yeah.
And it obviously didn't work on a lot of PvE. And I used Shin on V, and it barely worked on anything in PvE, bro. I even had it also in Kai, it barely worked on anything. So it's kind of useless, honestly, in PvE to increase enemy Fury. Give Vanguard super flash one round.
That's useless. Well,
yeah, it's okay.
Like,
it's decent at best because it's just one round. It's just for Vanguard.
But the thing is, for PvE, do they ignore Super Flash, or do you know for sure? Do they ignore it?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't. Super Flash doesn't work on all PV. It works on only early PV. That's right.
Yeah, because I was thinking because in certain cases, Vanguard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying like Vanguard's being the first one getting hit. If your support that does Super Flash is fast enough, then that'll help out a lot. Well, at least long enough, they don't skill. They just attack basic dodge. Yeah,
I believe in reincarnated Kargas it doesn't work though, which is a shame. But so it's kind of it doesn't work a lot, so it's kind of useless almost. It's good for early PvE, low levels. Like if you level 90 to 110, it's good.
Decreased punch rate and A rate by 20%. Again, punch rate. Both of them are situational things. They happen randomly.
How often do you see PvE punch or get aided? It's not often.
Oh yeah, especially punch rate. Yeah, you don't see it. Aid rate.
Aid rate doesn't matter in PvE. When you get up in PvE, you don't do any base damage anyway, and does not protect against DOT. So
yeah.
At higher stages, this is irrelevant. So long-term aid rate reduced in PvE is irrelevant. And punch rate, sometimes they punch in PvE, but it's not often. It's not often, so I feel like that's bad again. So this could be a low rating for PvE, I think. Decreased enemy healing effects for 70%. Now,
no one heals though. Well, who?
It's like 2 stages in lab.
Yeah, I know.
Cooldown in lab.
And I know Jinpachi, he healed. I think he did. Yeah, he did.
Cooldown is only in the 3rd lab. It's easy to defeat anyway.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's like I believe it's only cooldown, and it's like what's his name? One of those that had eaten in the show. They had eaten a part of the Ninetales.
Oh, you're talking about Kinkaku?
Kinkaku in Mount Yoboku. One of the high stages, I believe it's Stone 6, maybe Stone 5. He heals himself, but beyond those 2 stages, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely useless. Recover on Fury by 60. Yeah, but that's normal. That's okay. PvE rating. This is bad. This is just the only useful things are not Fury because it's not going to work. Gives Dragon Super Flash. It's only for low levels. Decrease enemy punch related, useless. Decrease enemy healing effects, only 2 stages going to be useful for it. So, this is a really low rating. I'm going to have to give it really low, bro.
I give it a 2.
Yeah, I give it like a 2.5. This was horrible. This is probably the worst talent I've ever seen for PvE, bro.
But PvP?
For PvP, this is probably the worst talent I've ever seen. For new ninjas, this is horrible, bro.
Yeah, it's like
2.5 to The only good thing for PvE increased by 68% in Fury, so you can get double Fury. But
yeah, other than that, it's like they're just there.
That's the only reason it doesn't get that 1 from me. I'm sorry. Okay, PvP though. PvP is better.
Because if you Fury crit your damage reduction, it doesn't it's 75, right? No. Wait a minute. No. Never mind. You can't Fury crit your Fury reduction. You have to give them that the equipment. I think is like 25% extra on Fury reduction, like other things, till you make it higher.
When I put my let's see, because I have Shin, so I can check something right here. The 22, where are they? I think they're there. Okay, yeah. I think this is the Fury. The 100 red ones, no, that's not the ones. Yeah, I'm just looking at 22. Okay, 22, what did I change? His machine, it reduces fury by 50. And I believe with these red accessories that he had on earlier when he still was using him, he did 70 fury reduce.
Oh, okay.
But that is with the red S-Forge 100 accessories. So I don't remember if you're gonna do more with 140 accessories. Probably do a little bit more. So yeah, probably 70, 75.
Okay. But
which is good.
But besides that, when you think about like what ninjas that have already been released, you think about which ones are actually immune to fury reduction, and you'd be like, well, not that many. Then that fury reduction that they do, they are sorcery. It's pretty good.
I think Hamura is immune, Indra Sasuke is immune, Naruto is immune, all ninjas though, but Data Sasuke is also immune, Yasuke Itachi is immune, I believe. Who else? Is that it?
Let me see. Actually, what I can do is I'm gonna hit the back button for Data Association and scroll down to the rest of them. This is just kind of see right quick to know which ones.
Yeah, that's what you can check.
I think Saratoga's immune to fury reduction. Yeah, he is.
Alright, okay. I mean, it's.
Itachi and Sasuke is not immune to it. What is frightened? They're immune to silent, stun, and frighten.
What? That's not the season. Nobody's using that, are they?
What is frightened? Wait,
What?
Because it's worded weird. I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to. Oh, death point striking. Okay, never mind. That's why. For some reason on the there's the English shows they called it frightened. Oh, that's weird.
But I've never seen it. Right. Okay, the death point striking. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's good for the people who's not immune, but I'm going to give that a decent. It's a decent thing. When it does work, it's OP because it's so much fury reduced, but when it doesn't, it's completely useless. So, yeah. Give Vanguard Super Flash for one round, that's garbage. That's absolutely shit. Yeah, so many ninjas ignore it. The Vanguard is usually the one that's going to attack last. It's just not that good.
And then ninjas that, they attack everybody. So even if your Vanguard's not getting hit, everybody else is.
Decrease enemy punch rate and aid rate. Now, I was arguing before on the Vika when I was posting here as not in area now, by the way, that's me on there. Have you been on the Vika last page?
Yeah.
I'm not here now, by the way, on there, rank 4.
Okay.
Anyway, before I was on here, many months ago, I was arguing that the Sasuke that had just came out in China at that time, and I was arguing that the decrease in the punch rate and aid rate. Now the punch rate and aid rate thing is really good, but that was a time where people were still using Toneri and stuff like that, but now the decrease in the punch rate and aid rate is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, A rate's better, but even then, it's like,
you're not aid rate all the time, so especially for elite matches, it's not that good because you're just going to challenge them again until they don't aid.
Yeah.
So it's okay, I guess. Decrease enemy healing effects by 20%, 70% for 2 rounds. Now, if you're going up against a Sasuke Itachi, a Uchimaru, obviously this is great. But if you're not, it doesn't help at all.
Well, most mains run timer showers.
Oh, yeah. True that. Yeah, that's good. That helps a lot. If they get it off before the healing. Recover on Fury by, which they would, but yeah, I recover on Fury by 68, Fury by 50. Okay, so for PvP is better than PvE, but it's still not awesome. It's still not great.
The theory's good, and the healing is good. But the other two things is like, eh.
So a 5.
Yeah, I was thinking a 5.
The skill is really not that great for anything. Overall, it's just not. It's poor. It could have been better. You should have at least put a DOT in there with all that other. With only being Fury and healing reduced, that's really good. You should at least put a DOT there, but they didn't even do that. So I gotta give it a 5, man. For PvP too.
Yeah, because by itself, it's just like this ninja. It's okay. It can't just stand up where it's like, oh, I'm scared of it.
Yeah, I'm not because of the skill. The skill is too bad. If this ninja had reduced attack power 35% to all the enemy team, not just the support, then I would consider getting it because no ninja does it that much for supports, but since it doesn't. But yeah, for the skill, it's not that good. So overall, this ninja, I would give it a 2.5 PvE skill, a 5 PvP. What I gave it. Wait, what do you give it to PvP? You have to give PvP rating.
Overall?
No, PvP.
Oh, PvP for the skill. I say 5. Yeah.
Okay, so for the talent, what did you give it again?
Because we both gave 5 on the skill for PvP, and then for PvP and then PvE I said 2, you said 2.5. For talent, I think I said 8.5 and you said 8.6.
Yeah, for the talent, for the
PvP.
Yeah. And I gave it what did I give it PvE again?
PvE, I think it was like a. So yeah, I mean, I want to say like a 6.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 6 overall as well. That's about right.
Yeah, it's about 6.5.
I like the talent, but the skill just drops the rating so much because the skill is just I don't like it. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing I'm skipping this ninja.
Yeah, I'm skipping it too. I would have considered it if it was decrease enemy support attack for the entire team, because now decrease enemy team 35%, not support only. Because if it was an entire team, this would be a Kaguya with 5% more than for your supporter, which doesn't exist yet. So, but it doesn't. So it's just for the supports. But yeah, a 6.0. So that's we gave the Carlos to Hedon a 7, didn't we?
Yeah.
Overall. So this is the worst one so far. Sorry, Daedra and Sasori. You keep getting punked. Even in the war, you got taken out early. They did, though. They got sealed early. Remember that?
Yeah, they did.
One of the first ones to get sealed. Poor people. And Mother Obito, I think this is going to be a high rating.
Yeah, I like this ninja. We'll get to it. We'll talk about it.
I gotta say I give him the 10.0 for the look.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nice.
But we're not going to count that in the rating, but okay, so for the talent, greatly increases at reborn with 35% speed, 40% damage rate. Okay, now this is attacks. Now, the ignore enemy defense. The way I assume this works is basically it's your attack stat at 100%. I'm just assuming that's what it is. Plus your damage rate and ignores your enemy defense. So it's basically a little bit better. If it works that way, I'm not entirely sure, but if it does, it's a little bit better than DOT.
Wait, what? I'm reading. Why does it say when this ninja attacks? Oh, never mind. For some reason I read it as when this ninja is in formation. Like I don't know, I was reading it wrong when I was looking at it.
Yeah, it has the skill to make that work, but
yeah, they ignore enemy's defense.
no, okay, never mind. It's when it attacks other skills, so it ignores it on normal skill, normal attack too. But yeah, so I'm assuming ignore enemy defense, like it's gonna take everything that counts for damage, for base damage, which is your attack stat and your damage rate. So it's a little bit better than DOT.
Oh, okay.
Because your damage rate doesn't count for anything on DOT. So it's a little bit better than DOT because of damage rate. But then again, I don't think it ignores the avoid injury, so I think it scales down again to being about the same as a DOT. Because I don't think it ignores the avoid injury. But we don't know though.
Yeah, I wish I did. I wish. I mean, even in the video, it wouldn't really explain too much unless they.
I mean, don't really know until we test it out ourselves. But it's awesome anyway.
Yeah.
When this ninja is on the battlefield, because the thing is with that, I'm going to say that DOT, at least you can cleanse it, right? You can't cleanse this ignore defense. It's just going to attack you.
Yeah, it's just naturally and just going to ignore it.
Yeah, so for example, my Naruhina got attacked by DOT. Yes, I started talking, I can just cleanse it. Well, it's not going to work with the beat the Madra. You're going to get the damage immediately.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so good. When this ninja is on the battlefield, will increase our speed by 35%, like 20%, or within by 15%.
Being attacked, 75% chance to get Fury, increased damage rate by 10, avoid injury rate, and then immune to paralysis and explosion. And blind.
3 immunities, bro. So now Hina, Sasitachi, and Tenkona. That's very good immunities right there.
Because that's going to be the two best supports that people want to be having. Well, not necessarily, but the two better ones with speed buff.
Yeah. Many people are going to use those two, or one of them. And many people are still going to use Naruhina, I feel like. So, very good immunities. Very good talent, because the speed, attack, the attack power increase, avoid injury, self-defense fury like Mother Obito and all that, like Ushimura, I mean. I wish it was increased attack instead of damage rate or missing HP, but it's okay. I feel like it's really good.
No, it's okay. You talking about when he loses HP? Okay, I thought you was talking about the naturally increase everybody's.
Oh yeah, naturally increase everybody's attack, yeah, or 20%. So I feel this is really good for everything. For PvE, I would give it. I doubt that in the way the defense is going to work on PvE.
But then,
kind of broken.
Okay, isn't there talent? So it's like, can I ignore your talent or something? Or it's just like,
I mean, that's a good question. Should we just assume it works? I don't know.
Yeah, let's just assume for right now that it works in PvE.
Okay, then I would give it a really high rating. I would give it I would give it 8.5 because look, you have the ignore enemy defense if that does work. You have the speed is going to help a little bit because of 35%. You have the attack. Everybody's attack's going to go up by 20%. That's a big one for PvE, especially if everybody on your team except for Obito Mother has DOT. That's going to be a major thing. And increase everybody's avoid injury rate by 50%. That really helps, of course. So, and increases his own avoid injury as well. His immunities are used for PvE because nobody uses it, but now actually wrong. Naruhina in
Lost Artifact.
Yeah, they use it, but I mean that's whatever. But so I would give it 8.5. Yeah.
I want to say I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, so it's very good. PvP.
I want to say about the same. I mean, the speed's good, attack, everything. I still give it a 9.
I would bump my 8.5 PvE rating in PvP to a 9 because the speed is more useful in PvP.
Yeah, it is.
So 8.5 and a 9 from me and a 9 from you. See, the talent is just awesome.
Even though he doesn't have boost everybody's HP and defenses.
Yeah, but it's okay. Everything makes up for it, so.
Yeah.
Okay, the skill. Attack on miss grow 13%. 80% chance to chaos enemy. Now that's a high chance on a chaos. That's just crazy, bro. It's not like this is silence and not a big deal. Like on the AkatsukiYT. This is chaos. You're gonna hurt yourself.
And then the 8 rate, clear allies debuffs, reduce owns of injury by 30, increase opponent's attack by 20.
Yeah.
And support speed by 10. Now,
increase by 20% for 2 rounds. Yeah. Now, wait, you gonna say something?
This is where you would want him to pair up. Well, but what not necessarily because Saratobi does 20%. Does he 20? No, it's 25. No, it's 20. He does 20. So if you want, you can still pair him out with Saratobi because even if it overrides, it's still going to do 20%. I think he still does 20%. Actually, it is 20%.
Yeah. For PvE, I would pair him up. PvE, I would pair him with Saratobi because it's going to help him be more tanky with all that HP. Saratobi does. He reduces the damage of the skill, stuff like that. So that would be the PvP. I would pair him up with like pain cooldown or something. Someone who's really fast, basically.
Yeah. I was about to say that clear ally support debuff makes him like he's a half cleanser, somewhat of a half cleanser.
Yep, and on the Vanguard, that's new. That's not normal on the Vanguard. That's kind of broken on your Vanguard because it's going to last so long.
Yeah, especially because, if your Vanguard, let's say your Vanguard goes, being this, go first before your opponent's Vanguard, and your support's already got hit with some type of crowd control, before the next round, cleanse it, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but the reduced own avoid injury is what a lot of people don't like, because 30% is a lot.
Yeah, but I feel like it's passive, kind of cancels out, and it's high base avoid injury, you know what I'm saying?
Well, as long as he he gets 50%, then if he loses HP, he loses 10. I want to say as long as he loses 20% HP, he'll be okay.
Yeah, all he has to do is lose 30% to cancel it completely out, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that is true.
At time in the shower or Sasitachi, you're good to go.
Because don't that healing resets it?
Yeah, that's true, but you're gonna
have a cleanser at least to make it where you don't have to worry about him taking more damage.
Still gonna heal back, so it's better than not having a healer. So, but I feel like it just and it does it also does decrease enemy attack power by 20% for 2 rounds when you attack. So that also kind of cancels out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because Saratobi comes in. Because it's 1 round, so it's like, once your opponent attacks, it's gone. But he comes back. I put it back onto you. Yeah, it comes cancel out because of the 1 round, or 1 and 2 rounds.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it doesn't really matter to reduce the avoid injury rate. It's just a minor thing. So,
and then increase support speed by 10%. That's nice. Add a little.
Yeah, add a little speed extra there. So total, if he attacks, your support speed is up by 45%. Then that's crazy. Because his talent and then the skill.
Yeah, that's monstrous speed in PvP.
Yeah, that is crazy. So PvE, Chaos is really good in PvE.
Well, yeah. Well,
obviously the talent, they ignore enemy defense. This kind of goes into his skill, because when he does skill, he also ignores enemy defense. So it kind of goes into it. You can't really give a negative on not having a DOT, because he has to ignore defense. I mean, yeah. In case assault 80, but 70% of 2 rounds, that's great. Clear allied support debuffs, lose on the 1 injury. Of course, that's a little bit negative. Clear allied support debuffs, yeah. Increase enemy attack power by 30% for 2 rounds, and increase support speed by 20% for 2 rounds. So, PvE. It's good. But you go ahead.
I was thinking, because I was thinking like the PvP PvE rating for his skill will be, for me, be fairly close. Not necessarily. Let me think. A rank, the A rank is is standard for all vanguards. Chaos doesn't really will determine where you are, if it works or not. Then, I mean, I don't know. I'm a little. I think talent. I mean, with the skill, I'm gonna go with a 7.
Mm-hmm. For the PvE.
Yeah, because the only thing that makes it drop off is the chaos. And then that A rate it's like I give you 2 points, because A rank is for all vanguards, so it's like I just look past that because I know they're gonna have it anyway. But everything else, yeah, about a 7.
Wait, you said chaos, it reduces the rating. Why?
No, the chaos A rate. Wait, no, yeah, because it's not, because it's determined where you are in the stages. It's not going to work.
Yeah, true. That is true.
Wait. Never mind. I was thinking of stuff. I keep thinking that.
Okay. Reduce other way. So that was your PvE rating 7, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I would give it a 7 too, man. Because, like you said, basically agree with you.
And then
I like the decrease in attack power and stuff. And then what?
And then for PvP,
yeah.
I think I push it to about 8.5. Yeah, because then chaos 80% is crazy.
Mm.
So about 8.5 for me.
I mean, because they ignore enemy defense, kind of ties into the skill. I mean, when the skills, he's going to ignore enemy defense because of the talent. He has the 80% chaos, which is really broken when you don't have immunity to it. Chaos support debuffs, which is pretty damn good. The negative, of course, is the word injury, but not a big deal. Decrease in attack power, which is nice. Decrease support speed a little bit more. I'm going to give it a 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really like the skill of PvP. I mean, it kind of depends. I would give it an 8.5 if you're up against someone who has an injury immune to chaos, but if you don't, it's a 9.
Okay.
Basically, because it doesn't make a big difference. So overall, that's pretty high ratings. Overall, I guess it's 8.5 or something. Because you get this talent 8.9, you get talent 9.9.
Yeah, it's like, if you divide that by 2.
Now you're 9, 8.5, I would give this.
Yeah, about like Yeah, yeah, about 8.5. Cause you said 9.9, you said 9.8 and 9.5. I know I said 9.5.
Yeah, we gave a 7 on the.
Oh, I said 7. I said 7. 9 and 7.
Then we gave only 1 7, and then we gave 2 9s and 2 8.5s, didn't we? On the
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.5, give or take.
Yeah, so that sounds pretty good for.
Yeah, this Rango is amazing.
But other than that, I guess to also add into it, you already mentioned who you will pair up with them.
Yeah, one of them I would pair. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Yahiko, Konan, Sasuke, and Itachi for PvP. Well, that's actually both PvP because that speed, that's a lot of speed.
Yeah, true.
I think all of them gives 35%.
Yeah, 30 or 35 or something.
Yeah, it's like really crazy.
Yeah, you can also use Sarutobi for PV as well. And PvP actually if you want to. Now for a sorter, for PvP you could team him up with Kid and Katsu if you wanted to, but then you have 2 ninjas without DOT, so you gotta think about it. Or you could team him up with Naruhina, of course, which will also work good.
I'll say, if you want a PvP assaulter, then go Hida on Kakuzu. But then if you want that DOT, then yeah, Naruto and Hinata.
Yeah, true. Well, I actually have to think about if I want. I'm kind of reconsidering if I want to. I think I might have to get Naruhina anyway because I just don't. I still got PV left. I don't want to have 2 ninjas without DOT. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad for PV.
Yeah.
2 ninjas without DOT.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, still get Naruto with Yahiko and Konan, and then just pick up Mondo and Obito, maybe in like 2 months or so, like whenever I can, and then kind of stick with that team for a long time. So
yeah,
at least we get until we get a ninja that could replace Sarutobi.
Yeah, like a cleanser with like him.
Yeah, because I do want to keep a cleanse on my team, a fast cleanser.
Yeah, now I'm not gonna fire him, so and I'm always gonna have that one sage set. So anybody who's level 106 can technically use his stuff and back to him. So yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think what plans for my account is right now I have Rabbit Goddess, Orochimaru, Yasuke Tachi, and I have Hiruzen. I'm gonna get Naruhina I think after all, but the thing is, I use so much all of this Warlord gear that I'm gonna have 4 pieces of soon. By the way, we'll have 4 pieces of that soon, which makes this my soldier here take 50% less attack from the enemy. And she already had the passive, well Naruhina already had the passive as well, reduce attack 30%. So let's reduce attack on Naruhina by 80%. That's insane. You heard what I said, bro?
Yeah.
You have 4 water pieces, and you have Naruhina. Naruhina themselves take 80% less attack. So 80% less DOT, 80% less damage. That's insane. Your DOT is not going to do anything. If you do 1 million, let's say you do 1 million DOT, right?
Yeah.
That's, most people do that or more these days because of the beast. But then with 80%, he's only going to do 20% off that because you reduced by 80. He's only going to do 200k DOT instead of 1 million. That's a huge difference. It's going to take up 800k DOT.
It is very good.
That's insane. Insanity. But yeah, that's really good. So I think I'm going to get Naruto. But on VN, most of you probably, I'm not sure if you know this, Pain, but recently they have actually put out ninjas in Ninja Treasures so quickly that sometimes it's not even any point in getting them on release, right? You can next month you can get them in Ninja Treasure. Like the Gara, it came out 3 weeks after its release in Ninja Treasure.
But did he cost, well, actually, with costing wouldn't really matter as long as you got a lot of coupons. I was thinking he cost less than that.
It cost about the same as release, but the thing is you can use coupons, so it costs less gold. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's better to get them in the treasure. But, so I think I'm going to get Naruto in the treasure, Sasutachi on release. That means my team will be Sasutachi, Naruto, Hiruzen, and Urshimaru until Pain on release. That's going to be my main supporter for it. I'm going to reincarnate Pain and Konami because they're awesome.
I wish you had more than talent though.
Well, they're mostly a PvP ninja. It's true, but I mean, I just love that ninja. So, and then I get to beat tomorrow. So my team will be Pain Konan, Sasutachi, Naruhina, and Ubi tomorrow. That's a good team.
Yeah, it is.
I'm probably going to use that team for a long time. I mean, right now, with Beta Sasui, Hina Kakushi, I was considering it, but I don't think so anymore. Who else was it? Isn't that the only ones? Oh, Kakashi and Guy. No, I'm not going to get them. So, for at least a few months after I get Ubito Madara even, I'm not going to replace it in ninja.
Yeah, you can start focusing on other stuff.
Yeah. I gotta start focusing more on Jades and things like that. Basically that's what I'm going to do. It's a good team for both PvE and PvP. So.
Well, other than that, this video has gotten on pretty long, but I'm going to have to split it up in different parts.
Yeah, I'm probably going to put it in 2 parts.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Maybe 3, no, I think I'm doing 2 parts, right? 130. So that's, okay. That's, damn.
Well, we'll figure out something.
Anyway.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out Dragonspheres, aka, Dr. Dollar in the description below. Like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels if you're new. And we will catch you guys later.
I check out page 2 in the description.
Yeah. Deuces.